Alright, welcome back guys to another video of showing you who's cheating in this game of Predator Hunting Grounds. So next on the list we got BloodRain87, also known as Hornhead, using his alt account. Maybe his first one got banned again. So this guy is actually doubling down in using the exploit for the loadout. So his gear points are pretty high. So the gear he's using is Field Sight, Frag Grenade, and Noisemaker. As you can see, this requires 8 out of 15 gear points, but the Scout Duelist only has a max of 6 gear points. Moving on to the perk system. His perks here are of course the usual: Yahua's Bane, Thick Skin, Heavy Hitter. This requires 14 out of 15 perk points, but again, the Scout class only has a max of 12. So another one caught cheating. I knew this guy was cheating for a long time. I was just waiting for him to show up on stream. And I found him. This stuff is so easy to find. All you gotta do is watch someone's live stream or YouTube video, especially as Fire Team, because it shows all of their perks when you're on the same team. You check out their loadout, try to duplicate it, and if you can't, then you know they're cheating. So yeah, it's very easy to find, but since the general public don't know about this, they have no idea what's going on. But yeah, I'm gonna show you who's cheating. Let's bring back PublicEnemy for another video, this time using his Isabel class. Okay, so what's he using this time with his Isabel sniper loadout? Well, the perks he has are the usual. As you can see, Thick Skin, Yahua's Bane, Heavy Hitter, takes 14 out of 15, but Isabel only has a max of 10 perk points. Obviously, he's cheating again. You know, there are some days or some matches where I know you don't even use your cheating loadouts, but then eventually you go back to it. I know. That's just who you are. Like I said before, it's mostly people on PlayStation doing this and the same toxic players out there. It's the same name, so I'll show you once again. This time we got a pack of 3 of them cheating together at the same time. Doc Holiday, as usual, using Dutch 2025. And of course, the perks he has on here takes 14 out of 15 perk points, but Dutch 2025 only has a max of 10 perk points. And Mafia Shady, once again, using his glitched out Assault class. He's using Thick Skin, Yahua's Bane, and Weapons Training. That takes 14 out of 15. But the Assault class only has a max of 9 perk points. Then we have PublicEnemy once again, going back to Dutch 1987. The perks he has on here are Thick Skin, Heavy Hitter, and Yahua's Bane. That takes 14 out of 15 perk points, but Dutch 1987 only has a max of 11 perk points. But we are not done, because this time 3 out of 4 in this squad is using a cheating loadout. I guess in this match, enemy either forgot to put on his cheating build, or he just thought, you know what, for this time I'm not going to cheat, I'll be nice. But it doesn't matter at this point. I mean, as I go back and see this live stream footage and different videos from different sources going back months, you were cheating for a long time. So at this point, it's whatever. You got caught, so yeah. So obviously, I gotta point this out. Doc Holiday cheating with his Dutch 2025 build again. Heavy Hitter, Thick Skin, Yahua's Bane, takes 14 out of 15, but Dutch 2025 only has a max of 10 perk points. BloodRain, aka Hornhead, using a support class here. He's running Thick Skin, Yahua's Bane, and OWLF Training. That takes 14 out of 15 perks, but support only has a max of 6 perk points. And finally, we have Mafia Shady showing up again, using his Assault class. The perks he has on are Thick Skin, Yahua's Bane, and Weapons Training. This takes 14 out of 15 perk points. But Assault class has a max of 9 perk points. You see how all these cheaters are using the best perks that take maybe 14 out of 15 perk points? Do you notice that pattern? So if you do run into these names online in matches, then just be aware that there's a good chance they're going to be using their cheating loadouts. But now you know. And once again, the reason why it's the same name showing up is because this exploit was around for a long time, but it's mostly a small group of PlayStation players that are kind of sharing this information between each other, so they kind of always cheat together. That's why it's mostly the same names coming up that are using this exploit or this cheat. If a class only has 6 max perk points, but use a cheat or an exploit in the game to give them 15 perk points, that's breaking the gameplay of that character's intended purpose. They were not designed to have a max of 15 perk points, so it is a cheat. When you see their loadouts, it's so easy to understand who's cheating. It's just a form of math and numbers, but I guess this guy doesn't understand that because he can't even read. He thinks this class is called Juton. Man, no wonder. He can't even read. The same players I expose in these cheating videos are the same ones who make up stories about other Pred players when they have zero evidence and zero proof. All you have is made up stories. Where in my videos, I got proof and evidence that you guys have been cheating for a long time. Oh, and by the way, I got a message for Hornhead, aka Blood Rain. I saw the match where you went up against that Russian player. All you could do the entire time was call him a cheater with zero evidence. Meanwhile, you were using Jotun Pred with a shock gauntlet. You could not beat him when he was alone. You were struggling to stay alive in that match, and in the end you got frustrated and mad, shut down your live stream, and left. I saw the footage. So just because you have Jotun Pred and the shock gauntlet, that does not mean you're going to win every single match. You still gotta play good, but apparently you were not good enough to beat him even when he was alone. However, when I played that Russian player, I've been beating him 5-0 in the past 2 months. And the last thing that I want to say is this. I have never said that I am the best Pred player on this game. I never said that. I've always said I am a casual player. And I said before in other responses that I think there are better players out there that are much better than me. But anyways, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.